Okay, fifth graders, we are starting chapter 7, section 1, and we're going to be dealing with fractions, a lot of fractions in this. And I don't know how much time you guys spent with fractions last year. And, I thought it would be a good idea before I even assign chapter 7, section 1 to kind of do a review. And so I'm going to approach this first example here a little differently than kind of what they're expecting. So look, it says Mr. Fish is welding together two copper pipes to repair a leak. He'll use the pipe shown, okay? And so the two pipes, one is 5/12 of a foot long, and the other one is 1/6 of a foot long. And so if I was to draw a line here, and if this is 0 and this is 1, and I wanted you to show me 5/12, where, approximately, where would that be on this line? And of course, you guys could just look over here at step 1 and figure that out. But I want you to be able to do it with really any fraction that I give you, whether it's 1/7 or 45/50, or I don't know, how about 5/15? Any fraction that I give you, I would want you to be able to look at a line like this and just almost immediately just point to about where it would be. So when we're talking about 5/12, I'm looking at the longer one here, the 5/12. What that means is that the whole is cut into 12 parts. All right? And so 12 represents the whole. So there'd have to be 12 lines in here in our number line. So, or what represents 5/12. There'd have to be 12 lines. So let me do that here really quick. I'm trying to find that'll work here. So I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so those are approximately the same distance apart. And so this would be 0 here, and this would be 1. And so if I wanted to find 5/12, I would just simply count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is 5/12. All right, it almost looks more like halfway, but I'm pretty close, because 5/12 is really close to 6/12, which is the same thing as a half, which would be halfway. So I'm okay with that. I mean, I was pretty close there. How about the other one? The one that's 1/6. All right. How could I represent that? Well, let me draw 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're about the same distance apart. That's decent, for an old teacher. Okay. So here's 0. Here's 1. A whole. This 1 also, don't forget this 1 also. Oh, that was interesting. Is it still recording? Let me make sure. Yeah, still recording. This 1 also means 6/6. Just like this 1 right here also means 12/12. So anyways, back to this. And it's 1/6 long. So where would that 1/6 be? Well, here's 1. This is 1/6. Right about there. What if I was to draw a line here? And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Here's 0. Here's 1. 1 also means 10/10. And if I said, show me 7/10, 7/10, well, I would just count over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right about there. 7/10. So remember, when you see a fraction, The denominator, that's the bottom part, represents how many parts the whole was cut into. Let me do a couple more. I want to make sure you guys understand this. And for those of you that do understand it, appreciate your patience. All right. How about, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 lines. Here's 0. Here's 1. All right. 1 also means 18 over 18. Okay. And if I said, show me 17/18, where would you go? You'd count over 17. Be right there, 17/18. See, it's almost 18 over 18. It's almost the whole, but not quite. Didn't quite get that far. What if I said, show me 3/18? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right about there, 3/18. What if I ask you to show me 9/18? Well, you'd count over 9. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not quite halfway, but a little bit off. But that's all right. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. You get it, 9/18. What does 9/18 also equal? 1/2. Because it's halfway. Okay, I hope this helps some of you. Just remember that the denominator, which is the bottom part, represents the whole cut into so many parts. Let me do one more here. Whoops, I'm going to do the lines first here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very common length here. 0, 1. Okay, well, it didn't come out very well. Let me try this again here. How about if I just draw the line first for a quarter? I could see that wasn't going to work. Whoops, I need to get a color here. Let's get back to white. All right. Here, here, here. All right, here we go. That's off a little bit, but you get the idea. So here's 0, here's 1. If I said, show me 1/4, where would that be? 1/4 right here. If I said, show me 1/2, that would be right here. And remember, because you know it's halfway. 1/2 represents halfway, but it's also 2/4. Because I've counted what? 1, 2. Show me 3/4. 3/4 would be right here. How many did I count over? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then 4/4 is right here. There's 4/4, which is equivalent to 1. Okay. So remember the denominator, the bottom part, tells you how many parts it's cut into. And the top part, the numerator, is telling you, whatever parts we're talking about. Like if we're cutting up a pie, and I said Mr. Jones gets half the pie, and Mr. Glazier gets the other half. We know we would cut it in half. 1/2. Or 2/4. Same thing. Or 9/18. Or 5/10. That's 7/10, but 5/10 would be halfway. What would be half if it was in sixths? What would be half? Half of something that was cut up into sixths. It would be 3/6. That's half. That's the same thing as 1/2. How about 12ths? What would be representative of half of something that was cut into 12ths? Because 6 is half of 12. It'd be 6/12. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. There's your lesson. And here's what I want you guys to do. You don't have to do 7-1. Not yet. You will. That's just not yet. So here's number 1. And this is the question I'm asking you. Is number 1 more than 1/2? Yes or no? Which is it? Is it more? So this is the dot I'm talking about on this line. Is that representing more than 1/2 where it is on that line? Okay. So just write yes or no for number 1. And then number 2, same thing. It says, is this, I'm asking you, is this, I don't know, it looks pink to me. There's a pink dot more than 3/4? Okay, well, just, think about it. Here, draw yourself a line. Here's 0. Here's 1. You want to cut it up into quarters. Okay, there's quarters. Where's 3/4? Well, here's 1/4. Here's 2/4, or 1/2. Here's 3/4. So where about is this dot right here? Well, it looks like it's past 3/4 to me, if this was representative of this. So and so you answer the question. Is it more than 3/4 where that dot is? I would say yes. All right. And then number 3, is that more than 1/6? Number 4, is that more than 8/10? And number 5, is that more than 1/3? Number 6, is that more than 1/4? Is that pink dot for number 6 more than 1/4 of the way across this line? Number 7, is that pink dot more than 5/20 across this line? That's what I'm asking. And number 8, is this dot here, okay, more than 3/12 across this line? That's what I'm asking. So I want you guys to answer just yes or no for 8 through 10. 8 through 10. And then draw, just for yourselves, I want you guys to draw, let me see here. Let me pull this up a little bit more. So I'm kind of thinking on the fly here, and you guys are going, oh no, Mr. Glazer, don't. Okay. I want you to draw, I'm going to do, here, I'll give you an example. I'm going to have 3 lines here. 1, 2, 3. You're going to draw your own 3 lines. But here, if I said represent 8/12, okay? So, so you would draw a line. And then how many lines would you have in here? Actually, you might not draw the line first. It's actually easier to draw the little marks. At least that's what I have found most of the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. All right. So I said, what did I say? 8/12, right? I wanted you to draw 8/12. So you draw 12 little marks. This is 0, and this is 1. And then you would count over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And there is 8/12. And you put a big fat dot right there. Okay? So I want you to do the same thing for these. For these 3, I'm going to give you a fraction. And you might want to draw the marks first and not the line. I find it easier to draw the marks first. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to do first line. I want you to represent 7/8. The next line I want you to draw is 12/20. And then finally, I want you to draw 4/16. All right. And I guess for argument's sake, this could be considered number 9. This would be number 10. And this would be number 11. So 11 problems for you guys to do before we even start 7-1. Okay, that's it. And I will see you guys later.